What's up, everybody? It is Matt from Lectric All Wheel, and today we have the Lectric XP Trike. It already has a few accessories from Lectric All Wheel. We have the thumb throttle that had been previously installed, and then the Legacy 20x3 brown gumwall tires. Those products have been since discontinued. We have gone with the HEB Allscapes. The 20x3s coincidentally do fit on here, so if you're interested, check that out. But in the events of last year, towards the end of the year, hurricanes, this trike fell casualty to water intrusion, and Lectric was good enough to send out a new controller and half grip twist thumb throttle, as well as a main cable harness. The origination of the problem is that the headlight would not turn on. It does a flash when they try and turn the headlight, and the diagnosis is most likely the controller, but they sent a main cable harness just in case. So we are going to show you the install for that controller, and then we will demonstrate the replacement of the display with a color display from Lectric All Wheel. We will leave links to some of the products that can be utilized with the trike in the description below. We're pretty excited about that. We thought about doing dual battery, but she's not really a range rider. Hers is a casual style, especially when on the trike, typically on Sundays. So we wanted to get this thing up and running and have it possible for her to turn on her light once again. Keep in mind, we also have the battery mount for the trike battery. So if you have two of those batteries, you can get the universal kit from Lectric All Wheel, get the mount, and then have two electric batteries hooked up simultaneously. We do have a video in the YouTube catalog for that, so go check that out if you're interested in it. We will leave links to those products in the description below, and we appreciate you utilizing those links to help us keep this channel going. Pretty simple install today, but wanted to put it out there for you and then show how to do the controller replacement. We are going to replace this. This is a stock factory controller from Lectric. I want to throw some kudos out to Lectric e-bikes as well. Knowing what this bike had, or this trike had been through, they were still willing to work with this customer and get them the parts they needed to get it back online, which is a very big testament to the company, their ethics, and what they will do for their customer base. And we cannot suggest Lectric e-bikes enough. I have, I think, 5 in-house right now and another on the way. So very fortunate to have a good relationship with Lectric. And as a first-time e-bike rider, if you don't know what to get a Lectric. It is where you want to be. They have your back and will take care of you. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It is our primary, and if you're in the area, check out E-Bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Get in that Facebook group, make an event, and go for a ride with your friends. The weather is chill here in Florida. Yesterday was very cold. Today looks like it's going to warm up a bit, and we are excited about that. Without further ado, let's get to it. All right, straight away we need to release the motor cable so that we can pull the controller. And it looks surprisingly clean, though it was submerged, so we are happy about that. Notice that the thicker end is at the bottom and the thin is at the top. So now we're going to pull this through. And then the motor cable connector comes through the bottom. And there's a bunch of stuff down here. So you're going to have to pay attention to that. And then we will just go ahead and get everything disconnected. So another key point is that the plate goes in between the main cable harness and the controller before you do the install, so keep that in mind. Here is our new controller. 48 volt, phase angle is 120 degrees, off voltage 40.5 plus or minus 1 volts. So at the lowest 39.5. The current limit is 20 plus or minus 1, going up to 21 at max. This is why we use the 20 amp balancer with this when we're doing dual battery. And then it has the 5-speed pads as labeled, and this one was made in October, late October of 2024. So this is pretty fresh, and this is made for a 20-inch wheel. All of the speed control is here, you guys. It's all in the controller. You're not going to get it out of the display, so you guys keep that in mind. Biggest headache you're going to have is moving this piece into the bottom hole of this controller compartment. So don't get frustrated, just work it through. After that, when you put your plate on, just remember there's some recess areas for the screws here, and they need to face this way. So we're going to go ahead and put that over the main cable harness and then plug this in, and that will help us hold the controller. Line up your arrows or your lettering on the face of your connectors so you will know that it will fit, and then make sure they are snug. From there, make sure to connect all of your other connectors. There's only one way. Make sure to line up the arrows on the face of these. They're really faint, but there's arrows on the connectors here. And there's just enough room to grab these cables. And here is the battery with XT60. I heard it pop. So that's good, it's live. So let's see if this light comes on. Boom, awesome. Controller has fixed it. This thing was not in the best of shape. You can tell just by how the rust has gotten in there. It's submerged. Likely there's some fluid still in here, some water, and it was brackish water, so not great. And yeah, I would imagine that the intrusion point was actually here, but who knows. Either way, the controller is fixed. Now let's pump it up to PAS 1 and see if the wheels spin. Oh, motor cable has not been attached. That's EO7. Whoopsie, I need to do that. What we'll do is go ahead and get this inside here. There we go. That's what fit. Perfect. Now let's check. So line up the arrows. Make sure it's in there snug. Make sure that when you zip tie this back up, you capture all of your cables so they get bound up with it. Perfect. No error, pass 2. Give it some throttle. Voila, there she is. Okay, last bit of something something. The M7C2 from Lectric all-wheel. This is the color display that you're seeing on a lot of the new components. We're just going to go ahead and plug this in, show function, and then let you know that it works. We'll actually turn on the light just to make sure as well. What I'm going to do now is show you top speed on this display so you can see the same match at PAS 5. I think it's going to be like 12-ish. Yes. All right, there we go. So there's our function. Now all I'm going to do is just plug this in. It is the 5-pin green Gillette. There we go. Now we'll just come back, bring some power. Excellent. Let's turn on the light. There's our light symbol here. And then, yes, it is working. That is good. Let's see, can you see it? Yes, there's our light. Our display is still on. Symbol is still on for the light, so that is excellent as well. And then let me go ahead and give you guys full throttle. So this is PAS 1, right? Not going to give it, so we're going to go all the way up to PAS 5 and then demonstrate. Excellent. We have a match. So good to go there. Very happy with this. Let's go ahead and button this thing up. I'm going to take this off. Just wanted to demonstrate that it will work with the XP Trike. Well, there you have it. We have successfully installed a new factory controller on the XP Trike. We got the light working, so that is a success. We also demonstrated the function of the M7C2 color display available from Lectric all-wheel. That was a success as well, so if you're interested in that upgrade, consider that. Also consider the thumb throttle kit. You may notice a switch in the future for the thumb throttle kit to be the universal version, but it will include the thumb throttle portion of the throttle kit, so keep that in mind. It will be meant to work with a broader variety of electric bikes, and we are very excited about that. But for now, we do have the Lectric thumb throttle kit that will work with the XP Trike, and it is the vertical thumb throttle. We really, really like that. That is my personal preference versus the half grip twist. The only half grip twist that I have really liked through the ages is the one from Aerial Rider, and it's on the Aerial Rider Kepler. I really, really like that. It's a knobby half grip twist, and it's one of my favorites. I always appreciated the feel of the brakes for this Kepler, and one of the best things about it is this half grip twist throttle. It holds friction while you're riding, and a lot of the half grip twists are smooth. I think that this was just a really good play on Aerial Rider's part. So if you're ever out there and you get to try that half grip twist throttle. It holds really well, and it doesn't have the slick surface like you see with most of the throttles. This trike is a testament to the build quality for a lot of Lectric parts. This was submerged, the controller was submerged, and it still functioned. The motor is functioning, and they're just going to play out the use of this trike until it dies, and Lectric has supported them in that endeavor, so we are happy for this customer to have their bike back on the road. We'll need to grease the bearings and get this thing into a more rideable state, but right now it is looking like it will function and it will be back on the road, so very happy about that. If you haven't already, give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It is our primary, and if you're in the area, check out E-Bikes of Tampa Bay, Florida. Get in that Facebook group, make an event, and go for a ride with your friends. We will talk to you next time.